School of Thought podcast. As usual, I'm your boy King James.
Hey, it's your boy LB.
So today we're gonna continue the discussion of how important is the hood to raising kids, and is there even a hood anymore? Because kids don't be outside. So with that being said, let's get into it. So what you think, man?
Oh man,
How important is the hood to the community, and is it? Do you really see the hood anymore? Because in my opinion, I don't even think it's a hood anymore because people don't even be outside like they used to be.
it's definitely not a hood anymore. Not like how it used to be. And to piggyback on what you're saying, kids rarely even go outside.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they barely in the playgrounds anymore. If they do go outside, they on the front porch. They on their phones, Twitter. They may ride the hoverboards. So basically, they really staying out of trouble if they are outside. What they call themselves now, the Kia boys, and they getting in all the negative stuff. So I mean, they really know how to go outside and really have fun. So.
Mm-hmm.
So I could say, yeah, there's really no fun like how we used to do as kids, like jump rope, hopscotch, and basketball and football. Just that old school entertainment. Like how we used to, play it, hide and seek. Mama used to, play it.
You know what it is.
You know what it is.
Tag it.
Ding dong ditch, dodgeball. Then we got a little older catch a girl, freaking girl, that kind of old school stuff. Jacks, marbles, the old school stuff, good old times. We rarely do that anymore. Well, kids do that because our days is over with.
Yeah. But kids still don't do that today, though. Kids don't do the stuff we did when we was young.
True.
Like you said, they all in the house now playing video games. Like shit, I remember we used to ride our bike across town.
Oh yeah. So, Mama used to have to call you 4 or 5 blocks away. Come on with the street lights come on. Like that's good old school fun. You don't get that times no more.
Right. So let me ask you this. We're gonna flip the script a little bit. This thing between T.I. and Boosie, with this rat and paperwork and paperwork party, which I ain't never even heard of no damn paperwork party. Like this is new stuff that people bring in to the scene and all this stuff. So let me ask you this. When I thought about it, I looked at it like this, and I said, if you call yourself the king of the South, why do you feel the need to prove to somebody that's not even from your city, not even from your state, but move to your city, to your state? Why would you feel the need to prove something to somebody that you didn't rat on somebody, but you call yourself the king?
Right.
So what you think about this situation between them?
I think from the stance of Boosie, from a street standpoint, I mean, truthfully speaking, he's standing on principles. I mean, if you saying you're a street dude and ratting is ratting. Whether you told on your dead cousin, whether he dead and gone, you should have never spoke on it if that's what you did. You know what I mean? So, in T.I.'s standpoint, now he's saying, "Oh, I got the paperwork, so you can't call me a rat and this and that." You still did what you did at the end of the day to get off a case. So, you know what I mean? So, and then you can't call yourself the king doing rat stuff. So, you take a lot of L's doing, things like that.
So I was listening to this guy, and he said this, which he brought up. He brought up a good point. He said, say we riding in the car together, and you got a book bag on. You got dope in the book bag, but I don't know what's dope in the book bag.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm speeding because I'm thinking we riding clean, so
Right.
I might be going a little bit above the speed limit, and then police pull us over. They get out, they come to the car, whatever. They give some type of excuse to be able to search the car. They find a bag, and they say, "Who bag is this?" And it's your bag, but instead of you, I say, "Hell, I don't know," because I know it's your bag, but I know it ain't my bag.
Right.
So I ain't trying to get you in trouble. So I say, "I don't know," but then you say, "I don't know."
Right.
So now we both get in charge, and he was saying that's like a form of snitching on an innocent person. That if you know it's your bag, and you say you don't know who bag it is, and I know it ain't my bag, but I'm saying that I don't know. He's saying, why would you let me take the charge with you, and you know it's your bag?
Oh wow.
So he said that's a form of snitching, because you snitching on me to say it's my bag by you saying it ain't your bag when you know it's your bag.
Well, I mean, I'd have been in situations like that. I mean, and I mean, it all boils down to it. Like I done been, in a jam and stolen cars, and neither one of us stole the car. It was another one of my homies that took the car, but I wasn't the driver. So I told the driver, like, hey, look, if we get pulled over, I mean, you gonna have to run because technically you driving. But if you don't run, I ain't gonna run either. And that's just how it went. The police pull us over. I'm like, hey, either we take the charge together or we both gonna bail out and run and try and get away together. But just so happened when the police pull us over, they like, hey, we gonna take you, which was the driver. So I was the one that was able to go back and tell the story of like, look, man, they took him, to jail for the stolen car. But at the end of the day, I was willing to go down for the Grand Theft Auto, but the police told us they watched the whole thing. They knew neither one of us stole the car.
Oh, they
you know
watched
what I mean?
y'all.
They watched us.
Oh, wow.
So that was the whole thing. They watched us the whole time. Like, we knew neither one of y'all stole the car. We seen your friend that was driving the car get out of the car. You got in the driver car. We seen you do the illegal U-turn in like the direction we was going and everything. So it was like it was no way around it.
See, my thing is, I got hemmed up in the case as a teenager, and the police caught us, and I just took everything, and so they kept me, let the other two people go. I never said nothing about it. Of course, they never said nothing about it because they never got in trouble. But the funny thing was, when I look at stuff today, though, even though I was of that mind state back then, today I'm of a different mind state now.
Right.
Because now I say, I'm going to tell, depending on what it is. If you talking about you doing something that's not affecting me, then that's cool. I could keep my mouth shut. I could care less.
Right.
But if you talking about, I'm riding with you, or I'm riding with somebody, they see somebody they beefing with, I don't know they beefing, they stick the gun out the car and shoot and kill this dude. Now we talking about a whole different situation.
Right.
Because now we talking about spending a big amount of time of our lives in jail if we get caught. So I'm not going to jail for nobody on certain things that can cost me a lot of time in jail. So I'm not doing that. So when you talk about, I think people forget that, like, everybody don't want to go to jail.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't just that people ain't built for jail. Hell, some people just don't want to go to jail.
Right. That's true.
And I definitely know I ain't trying to go to jail for nobody for no murder.
But what about you got them some that talk the talk, but then when you put them in situations to walk the walk, and they like forced into a predicament, but they really not like that.
See, I think then, like I said before, when you do stuff like that, if you already know this person is this type of way, then don't put them in a predicament where they gonna tell. you know, if you know a dude ain't a fighter, then don't put a non-fighting dude in a situation where y'all could possibly get jumped and you really fighting by yourself, because he might take off running.
Right.
But people do that, and then they still expect for them to keep the code of the street. You know. Oh.
Sure, he called for the carrying all shots.
I'm trying to come up.
But yeah, that's what they be wanting people to keep the code of the street.
Don't get in the shoot. I'm gonna check everybody shoot.
Period.
Hey. So we're gonna skip around a little bit since it's just me and you
For sure.
on this episode. So this what is it? This new trend going on with these red boots that look like sorry chips. Like, could you see yourself wearing a pair of them red sorry boots? I don't even know what they call.
I think they Mario Brothers or
The
something.
Mario.
Yeah. Could you see yourself wearing them with some?
Nah.
Somebody
that
said
ain't my
OB
style.
bought one with his extra money.
Nah.
Oh.
Nah. That ain't my style.
He said, wait till we bust out with them in Jamaica.
So you want to rock them?
Nah, that ain't my style. I'm gonna tell you the boots I do like. I do like I like the moon boots.
The old school moon
Bring you
boots?
back
Yeah,
to
I
your
do like
childhood.
Like from the 80s moon boots?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I do like the moon.
Nah, them was dope, though.
It bring you back to
Yeah,
your
the
childhood.
moon boots. Now, them boots that everybody look like they walking around with a question mark on their feet. I don't know what them is, man. Them, the little Joker boots. I don't know what's up with them.
So let me ask you this, sticking with fashion. Do you think it's cool to spend a lot of money on certain things if you're a fashionable person?
Yes. To the extent, cause I love fashion. I'm not. Especially the sneaker. Yeah, the kicks I love.
Somebody said name brand shoes, cheap ass clothes.
Yeah, the clothes I ain't too much like. If it's a coat or the shoes, I definitely would spend. I would go to the extreme on it. Now the clothes, I'm like, if it's like a 200, 300 pair of jeans or something, I'm like, now if it's like a $5,000 pair of shoes, I would see myself going to the extreme.
Cause I'll be wearing Gucci shoes with $12 Amazon.
Yeah, it's like I'm like,
Yeah, I spend a lot of money on shoes more than I spend on high-end clothes, high-brand clothes.
Y'all, tell them why they can hear us, but we not on camera.
Yeah, so these side talkers,
we got an audience.
They a little under the weather,
And our hair ain't dead.
and we don't want them getting the podcast sick.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
So we got like the rainbow shoppers in the audience.
Now hold on,
Oh, wow.
don't do us no rainbow now, because you know rainbow.
But just, no.
No, 'cause you know
Not to say. No, I'm just saying like how the audience be, or like the beauty supply.
No, you just try to call us rainbow.
No. I'm saying how the audience.
You city trend.
The city trend. Yeah, it is a city trend, and
Hold on, because
it
I
is
shop
a
at
Foot Locker. It is a Foot Locker
because I shop at City Gear.
and then go to City Trend.
I said city trend.
Yeah.
I mean, they all about the same.
It is
to me.
They are not the same.
It is. It
Rainbow,
is some.
Rainbow is a
Grab a
one stop.
shirt.
Like Rainbow,
Yeah.
you can't buy
A
nothing
shirt.
that you want to wear again.
Yeah.
Like you only buy something to wear that day and that day only, because when you wash it,
probably
it ain't no
gonna
good.
tear.
It's some guys that go to.
Oh, so Rainbow like Wish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you wish you
yeah.
could wear it
If you
again.
wash it, it's gonna come up short.
Some guys that go to foot action for their shoes and then go to City Trend for their outfits.
Yeah, City Trend used to be decent, but now City Trend is like a low budget value city.
I don't
Well,
even
some
step
Goodwill.
in City Trends because it's so
Bayou City don't even exist no more.
I said it
I mean,
was
they
like,
don't even keep
like-
it organized in there.
Well, some
You
girls
can't
that go
find
to
anything.
some girls that go to Foot Locker for their shoes and then go to the beauty supply store for their outfits.
or the corner
The
store.
corner store and give me that on that mannequin. It's
Okay.
okay. It
I be
varies
seeing-
on the fashion
And
or
they hair
or
be
the
looking like they
pocket
went to the corner store too.
or the pocket. It's okay. It's
I can't say nothing about no hair today.
until you see the girl in the club with the same outfit on. It's okay. It's alright.
My little
You
foot
can't
back.
go to the same.
It
Can't go to the
was-
prime. You
I
can't go
don't
to the
even know what
prime.
mine is.
So let's how much would you spend on one outfit? And I'm talking about with the shoes, the pants, the shirt, maybe a jacket or whatever.
You know, I'm gonna tell you one thing. One thing I never got into is fashionable
Where you
belts.
going?
I would never do
Where
that.
I'm going?
Yeah. I'm saying like.
Oh, depend on where you
depending
going.
on where you going. How much
Yeah,
you
it varies on where I'm going. But I'll tell you, no, I ain't gonna say it on camera because people gonna steal my style. But I am coming though, with the cowboy boots, with the belt.
With a cowboy
Your
boots, with a
heel
cowboy
was
belt?
about to be hurt.
I am gonna wear that. I am gonna steal that
Oh,
style.
wow.
Cause you know what, I'm not like a Gucci belt, Fendi belt. They look dumb to be sagging pants just to show off a designer belt. That's stupid. But
I ain't with the designer belt.
You know what I
Yeah.
hate about boys that sag the guys that sag their pants? I hate when their fucking boxers is inside out.
They draws inside out.
Yes, and they
Who the hell wear they draws inside
I've
out?
seen a couple guys when they're sagging and their boxers be inside out. If you don't fix your
So
boxers,
what happened is what I think of that street. I think they the street dudes that be the runners or whatever. So on Monday they boxers is the right way. So when
Oh,
they
then they
change
flip
them,
them out
then
so
they
they
flip
look-
them so they look like
it
they,
look like
so they got
the-
some clean.
Or they
All
probably had a
that
rough
stuff on the
night.
other side.
They flip to the
They
other
probably
side.
spend the night out,
They like
Right.
we can
and they
get,
just put them back on.
yeah, they like we can get 2 nights out of these undies. Just flip it on the other
Bro,
side.
just go buy another pack. You drug dealers.
I hate seeing dudes my age with they butt out. Like, bro, come on,
All
bro.
that is tacky.
I think that should be. I think 25 should be the cutoff limit for sagging.
I think after your,
Sagging is just
I
trifling,
think
period.
after you get out that diaper and you no longer pissy,
Oh, yeah.
and that diaper ain't sagging no more.
Oh, that diaper don't sag.
Maybe that's what it
you
is.
should-
When
you
they
should
used to
jump in.
sagging, they saggy as diaper. That's what it
Maybe you
is.
just
Maybe
need to just.
Matter of fact, that's crazy because I seen a dude today on the highway. He looked like he caught a flat. And I got another dude with me. We driving up the highway. And dude bent over here in the trunk. And I swear his pants was like at the back of his kneecaps. And I'm like, bruh, come on, bruh. Like I wish I had a remote control car that just ran it right into the back of his damn car. Crushed his legs. Like, dude, come on, man. You too old for this.
Let me see. Also, so you say an average price on the outfit. So let me see. Well, I'm gonna go the street way, and then I'm gonna go the gentleman way, cause there's still ways out.
Mm-hmm.
So let me say, if you go Tim or you go J, it's gonna still probably be about 200. So you go Pelly, they're still gonna go probably run you around 600-700. So then I'm not really a hat guy unless it matched the coat. So
Well, you were at Ohio State.
Yeah, I ain't in the hats.
well, it was a gift.
Hats ain't my thing.
So it was about
J's ain't even really my thing.
but you got.
I mean, I got some, but look at them though.
well,
They don't even look like they been worn. Like they look like they just sitting there, like wear me.
You got a lot of different type of shoes.
Yeah, I like a variety. I don't like just like it's people I know that only like
I mean, you the same way.
everything
You
they
got
wear
a
is
lot
just
of different
Jordan.
yeah, I got a
It's
variety.
like
But now they gave so many like
I mean,
J's
You
away.
got a lot
So
of different shoes. I ain't never
yeah,
heard
you
of.
gotta. Huh?
yeah, because I
Both
like
of y'all. I ain't never heard of Cone.
like the Vanna Joes, the
Cole
Cole
Haan.
Haans,
Yeah.
yeah, the Johnson and Murphy.
Cole
I
Haan.
like
I
to
know,
get
'cause
into
you-
Cole Haans is some good leather.
Cause you thought when we was in Vegas, you talking about why his shoes say mom on it.
Like,
You see,
a lot of shoes that I've never heard.
Why
of.
she
And
say
her
mom?
good and she was a little tipsy. And
You
that
get into-
C looked like a O.
Because
Like, I
because
didn't
because
know.
nowadays the unless you got like a classic OG Jordan, like the designer brand is what lasts. You know what I mean? That's a you know
I love
10,
that way
15
better.
year shoe. Like
But you know what's
break
the
down
The
every
difference?
styles
given
don't
time.
even change up on them
Right.
either. Like MCM is the
But
same
I've
MCM from when I was
noticed-
like in junior high.
Going
Mhm.
into the stores, it's a lot of Jordans left into the stores.
Because people was
'Cause
getting out of
people
that
switching
Jordan
up.
stage.
I see that.
People
But
getting out of
it's
that
a
Jordan
lot of
stage.
Jordans left in the stores.
But
Like,
you know
I'm
the difference
surprised.
between a high end shoe and a
I'm glad they get
and then like a Jordan type shoe is a high end shoe is when you put that shoe on, when you put a high end shoe on, you can feel the quality in the material. Like that thing hug your feet, but it's not like a shoe that's too small, like a tennis shoe you buy that's too and it hug your feet. You like, damn, this uncomfortable.
Right.
Like that shoe hug your feet,
Can I-
but then
I'll take a-
it be so comfortable, like the quality of that shoe,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
I'll take a-
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't like Jordans and stuff.
Yeah, even like my jeans, like I still do 501 Levi's probably like with anything I wear. Cause I just like the fit of the jeans.
Well, Levi, that's the old school American brand that style will be around when all the designer shit is gone. Levi still be standing out there.
Man, what?
Like you can't get rid of Levi's like the old school. What's the Sassoon jeans for women?
Dunkaroos.
Dungarees? No, I'm talking about the Sassoon jeans.
They don't make
Way-
this. They
way
don't
back.
make size.
But I'm saying back then, way back, them was like the top tier jeans for a
She ain't
woman.
even old enough for Sassoon.
Oh wow.
She ain't even old enough for Sassoon.
Yeah,
I hope they bring them back out.
yeah, they was nice.
But now you see everybody in them
I
long
see they
long
bring bell
coats.
bottoms back out
Yeah.
and stuff.
Now everybody want to do the long coats with them Tims.
Did you get your pair?
I think it's really pretty much when you set a fashion trend, like, and that's what I always set out to do, like with like the button down or the trench coat or whatever type of shoe. Like I'd like for somebody to look down and be like, oh dang, that's different. You know what I mean? Than having on something that everybody got on when you going into somewhere. You know. So that's what I
That's
always
what
like to
happened when you
do,
go to
is
City
stand
Trend
out
and
and like.
Yeah.
And that's why I think I don't really get into Jordans because it's like everybody got them.
Yeah.
And then they come out with a shoe. Oh, well, we dropping this shoe on Friday, and then if you step out Saturday, everybody got that damn
Everybody
shoe
got it.
on.
Right.
So it's like
That's so.
it's like yo,
It really defeats the purpose
Yeah.
of having it.
like I like them, but it's like if everybody gonna wear it,
And that's why I don't buy them.
then
Yeah, I be.
Yeah,
You know.
for sure.
because in the end it's like what can I wear if this dude got on these certain type of jeans and this T-shirt or whatever, then it's like damn, well, what can I wear that's gonna top what he did,
But
how he got him looking.
Right.
And you can't.
So
You
yeah.
still gonna look like y'all twins.
Even
Right.
with the joint, like the shirts, like all the shirts is the same, just a different color.
Mhm.
They all the same design.
Go to Muhammad.
Yep.
They always got something.
He be like, we got in the back.
They always got something different. Exclusive. Love Muhammad. So now I'm just playing.
So let me ask you this. What is one of the most important factors in your life that you feel like in my life I have to do this or I have to accomplish this?
Let me see. I know one I'm focused on right now. I think I'm gonna go back to school and get a college degree.
Mm.
That's one thing it's been heavy on my mind right now because I want my kids to look up and say, you know, Dad did it, and you know, it's some while they still young, you know, before they all, you know, get up and out because they already at that mark where they all getting ready to graduate. So I'm like, I want them to look and see because school ain't for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, just to see the intelligent mind of, you know, your parents to see diplomas and say, dang, you know, my dad or my mom did it, like, you know, before they dead and gone, you know, it's still motivation and inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a goal that I think I want to achieve before, you know, my time expires here on Earth.
Mm. Yeah, I thought about that too. Which was crazy because I was actually, as far as the younger generation of my family that I know, as far as like my grandparents' kids, as far as like my mom, my aunt, my uncles, I was one of the first ones in our family to graduate high school and then go to college.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I gave it a try. Like you said, college ain't for everybody. I gave it a try in my younger years.
Right.
I went for a semester, felt like it wasn't for me, dropped out. But now I'm like you now. I'm at the point where I do want to go back now, you know, being wiser and smarter and know that, you know, having a college degree can put another foot in the door in some areas for me. So yeah, I do want to go back. But one of my things I always wanted to do, since I was a kid, I always been fascinated with semi trucks.
Right.
And I always wanted to drive a semi truck.
Right.
So,
that's been on my to-do list too.
so that's one of my goals too, is
To
to
hit that
actually
road.
get my CDL license.
That's been on my to-do list too. Cause it was like when you young and you so focused on sports. It was like when I looked into school, it was like, what did I really want to do? Because you know, I looked in, you know, with business management, and then I took up like honors accounting because I could count real good. But then I was like, you know, is that really what I want to do? But then it was the thing that got me was the essays. I'm like, I'm really not a typer, you know.
And you must not be a reader because you can count real good.
Yeah, the reading was good, but I was just, I can't sit there and like, that wasn't for me. So, but now with how technology is now, I'm like, okay, I'm cool with it. Now my kids is older, I can be like, hey,
Yeah, you can definitely do it.
yeah, I'm good with it now. I could, you know, we could do this as a family now,
Facts.
you know. So, like, I got a little leeway. So I think it's some goals I could achieve.
Yeah. Ta-da-da.
That's thunder?
Yep, they said it was going to thunderstorm a little bit.
I ain't scared.
So let me ask you this. If somebody came and said, I'll write you $1 million check, you can do whatever you want to do with it, what would be one of the first things that you would do?
With $1 million right now,
Mm.
man, I get custody of all my kids and put them in one household.
Oh,
that's
dang.
right.
You say you're going to get custody of every last one of them.
I know that's right.
Yeah, that'd be the first.
Now,
thing
see,
I
that's
would do.
a real power move right there.
Mm-hmm.
Because the average person would have said, the average person probably would have said, well, I'm going to go buy me a car. I'm going to buy me a house, which a house is a great investment. But somebody would have said, I'm going to buy me a necklace. And I think what I would do, I think I would probably buy land. I think I would buy land, start up a development company, develop some houses for low income people. You know, that's respectable though.
Right.
Cause some low income people ain't respectable. They'll tear your shit up.
Right.
But low income people that's respectable, that they can live in a decent area. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I
what?
would buy my own sofa house.
You buy your own sofa house?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
I would too eventually.
But I mean, long as that money flow is
I would
long as that money flow
the
is
first
coming,
person
you
I
know
would
that
buy.
meal will come back
I
like.
would buy my own sofa house first. And then I'll focus on investments.
So let me ask you this: with all these all these rappers, it seemed like back in the day, it seemed like rappers was I don't want to say untouchable, but they was respectable enough that people wanted to keep them around. But today it seemed like rappers are expendable because they getting killed right and left. Like, what's your thoughts on that? And not only that, I hear a lot of people, I've been seeing a lot of interviews that people doing, talking about checking in and how they feel like checking in is actually saving a person's life that's famous or whatever, or that's known. So what's your take on these rappers being killed, and do you think they should check in? Do you think checking in is a good thing, or do you think checking in is something that's probably setting them up to get killed?
I think in a way checking in is good, but then I think it's really the respect that how much of a respect do a person have for you, or how well respected are you in wherever you going. You know what I mean? Because I seen an interview years ago where Twista say, some guys came up to rob him, and they recognized who he was, and apologized to him. And I seen that back in the days because if them earlier rappers, some of them got robbed, but a lot of them was still in the hood because they didn't. I think the bad thing with rappers nowadays is it's too much social media, and they broadcast how much money they make. It's broadcast, how much jewelry they got on, and that's what really hurt the culture in these rappers. So I think if so much one broadcast, then a lot of them will be safer wherever they go and however they move. So I think that's what's really killing a lot of rappers and a lot of their reputations out here. You know what I mean? Because like just about any and everything that's going on with them, far as the only thing you really known then was this person having a concert in this area, or this person having a concert in this area. Now social media saying, they having a concert here, but they staying in this hotel, or they driving this kind of car, or they in this kind of tour bus, or they in this type of spinner. Like, that's too much. You know what I mean? And that makes it more dangerous. So that if you ain't got $100,000 worth of security with you, then you pretty much out here on your own, basically. And a lot of them, they look like money, but they really ain't got money to really protect themselves. So I think it's really like a toss in the air for some of these people, because a lot of them, their names is bigger than their pockets.
Oh yeah.
So.
And they finding out that a lot of them that is getting their chains and stuff snatched or whatever, they finding out that the jewelry fake
or rented.
Because it was crazy. Even I don't know how true it is, but even Rick Ross said in his song, what was the song he did?
How that Idols Become Rivals? He
even said in there, he was like, imagine how I felt when I found out that your jewelry was fake. So it's like, is it really worth your life to try to act like you somebody that you really not? And it seemed like it's costing a lot of rappers their life, because not just with the jewelry and acting like they got money, but the way they talking in their songs, and then when they out there on the street, they're nothing like their songs.
Right.
But I always tell people this: I don't care how strong you try to act you are, how gangster you try to act like you is, how street you try to act like you is. If a nigga pull a gun out on you and you don't have no gun, your ass is running.
Yeah. Don't try to be no superhero.
Was that rapper in California that got killed with his girl? They said he didn't have no gun on him and he wasn't going down.
Who?
The one that was in the Waffle House, or the waffle place.
Oh,
Rock.
Pimp B Rock.
They
Yeah,
said-
but he ain't have nowhere to run to.
Yeah, they said he wasn't running. They said he stood up, and that's why they killed him because he wasn't going. A lot of them.
Yeah, he ain't want to give his. Well,
He
he
didn't
ain't
wanna
want to give
jewelry.
up his stuff.
Yeah, but my thing.
They
about
say ain't
it-
give him a chance to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say when he said he wasn't budging, like he
Yeah.
just shot him.
He was like, I ain't giving y'all nothing.
But is it worth it?
No, it ain't.
Because
worth it.
that jewelry, you can replace that.
But then,
Yeah,
but
like-
then you be thinking like down the line, like even if you give it up, because you didn't see so many cases where they give it up,
And
Yeah,
you
they
apply,
still
shoot you.
Yeah.
But you know what? The thing about it is some of them get so comfortable in some of them places. Like they say he had a home there and everything. So you figure, if I got a home here and I've been staying here 3-4 years and I'm this, I've been coming here to this chicken and waffle spot. Like,
Yeah.
I'm this familiar territory to me.
But I guess
So
that's what brings it back to the
Yeah.
question, like the hood, like y'all love the hood and y'all put so much emphasis on the hood and where y'all from, but do the hood really love y'all?
No, the hood don't love nobody.
Exactly. The streets don't love nobody.
it don't.
Like,
Especially when you come across that one little hungry soul.
yeah, because who was the one that got killed going back to the hood to get some cookies or something like that? He was in
Dolph,
your own
Dolph.
neighborhood. You going to
Yeah.
get some cookies in your own neighborhood you grew up in, and then they roll down on you.
But you know what?
And Boosie said it best, like, shoot, you can't go back.
That's why I really don't fault the fact of, like, Chief Keef made a whole movement. You rarely hear his music, but look how rich he is, and he's out the way. 10 years later, he's still relevant, and he's out the way.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say he's still relevant. He out the way though.
Why come he ain't? He's still he started a whole movement with the drill.
Yeah, but but now he might have started that movement, but now they credit old boy with it though, King Von, because they said he was the only one really putting in work.
What's the drill?
The drill, the type of music that they make with that.
Yeah,
I did this, I did that.
Oh,
Telling
that-
on
that-
themselves.
Oh, that
Right.
storytelling stuff.
yeah, telling on themselves, snitching on themselves.
So if you take a Chief Keef right now to say he's going to do a concert somewhere, that's because the risk that if he was to do a concert, that's what it'd be the safety
Right.
measures right now. But if he was to do a concert right now, yeah, I'll sell the arena.
I was gonna say, he's from Chicago.
He
too.
probably would.
But yeah,
They support Chicago rappers.
yeah, it's
bro.
the
I will say
safety
that.
measures, but it's like you get your money because still if you streaming and all that, because that's all you got to do right now.
Mhm.
But you know
I mean?
what? I feel like every type of music gets its turn on top.
That's
You
true.
know, especially
That's
when
true.
it comes to hip hop. If it's something new, a new sound or a new way of doing something,
Yeah.
you know, everybody adapt to that. You know, But- it's like you had that New York sound.
Mhm.
New York had a certain sound, storytelling, but they storytelling was about cars, jewelry, and women and
Right.
money.
Right.
Then you had the West Coast. They came out. They the one took the rap game to this gangster rap. era.
True.
Yeah, then you had
The
Houston.
low rider.
But it really wasn't gangster rap because the only thing they was rapping about was stuff that was going on in the hood that the world didn't get to see.
True.
But they called it the I don't want to say the industry because the political figures basically called it gangster rap. Then you had the rap out the South with Miami with Uncle Luke. You know, the booty shaking movement.
Right.
So he created that. And it seemed like every state is getting their turn at being on top, and then people coming out of there and they making a lot of money. So like now it's like the drill rap out of Chicago, but they got drill rap out of it was originated out of Chicago. Drill.
Yeah, that's the movement now.
Right. So it's good music in a way because they getting off of rapping about money and stuff, but it's sad because now they rapping about
To
Crimes.
find the crimes.
Right.
It's
So yeah, it's yeah.
But you know what I don't understand, and I dislike, because I heard, and I'm not gonna say the name, but I heard some West Coast industry cats mention about Memphis, saying that they just got on the map with Gotti and Dolph and Moneybagg Yo and them, and I was like, could you discredit
UGK, 3
right,
6
3 6 Mafia and them? And I'm like, they've been on the map.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he like, no, they just got on the map within the last 10 years. I'm like, man, you tripping. It's been 20-something years.
Yeah.
Like, over 30 years, easy.
But you know, I think when people like that say stuff, especially people that's in the music industry, when they say stuff like that, it just, to me, it let me know they wasn't really, when they was younger, they wasn't really following that type of music. Like, so it's let me know that they really ain't the person that they trying to portray that they is
The
today.
8-Ball and MJGs.
Yeah, because if you grew up in music, you know that. It's like, it's certain music I didn't listen to, certain genres of music I didn't listen to, but I know some of the songs.
Right.
You know, even though I might not have listened to that type of music, but I could still say, hey, you know what? I ain't listen to rock and roll, but damn, I like Cowboy by Bon Jovi.
Right.
I like that. I like some rock and roll songs, but to say that an area just got the popping when they been had people come up out of that city and had it jumping, that's crazy.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So, but that just goes to show, man, people don't be knowing what they talking about, or they just stuck to music that came up out of their area, that came up out of the West Coast and out of the East Coast.
Right.
You know, they ain't really listen to other stuff.
Because they was trying to steal comment from Chicago. Like, that's still my favorite rapper.
Yeah. Like a lot of people don't even know. The South been pumping music since East and West Coast started. A little bit after the East and West Coast blew up rap music,
Ghetto
the
Boys,
South jumped in
shit.
there. Yeah, the Ghetto Boys, they from the 80s.
Yeah. Do or Die was in Texas.
Yeah, they
Put
so
on music.
yeah. I don't know what some of these
Screwed up
people be
clip.
talking about.
I remember that screwed up music. I used to like that.
That's like the South had music, but it really didn't get up and running until you know, they had dibbles and dabbles here, but it really didn't get the popping unless that's what he was trying to say,
When
because
came to
it really didn't
Outkast and them.
right till the Master P,
In the Master
you know,
P.
and stuff like that really got the South cracking, you know. So
I miss that era.
Ghetto Boys.
yeah, that type of
I miss
music.
that era.
Yeah.
Rap. Master P now.
Yeah.
Ghetto Boys Too Short. That was
So-
music was music.
So let me ask you this: how do you feel about people thinking people owe them something? Like I watched the interview Master P did the other day on the Breakfast Club,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a situation between him and the Just Hilarious comedian chick,
Mm-hmm.
and she was on there saying she was in I Got the Hookup too. They paid her $15,000 up front, and then when the filming was over, they were supposed to pay her another $15,000.
Mm-hmm.
And so Master P addressed it, and he was basically saying like she wanted him to pay her the other $15,000 out of pocket,
Right.
but like he said, the production company, you know, pays the actors in the movie.
Right.
So he was saying basically it ain't his responsibility to pay her the $15,000 out of his own pocket. So
Right.
he but I seen where people was commenting saying, you know, he owe her, he need to pay her But I kind of feel like what he said, like, if I'm not personally coming to you and signing you a contract and saying I'm personally paying you out of my own pocket.
Who hired her though? It depends
Right.
on who hired her.
Right, but it all comes from the production.
Yeah.
Like, he's not walking up hiring nobody and saying, hey, I'm hiring you out of my pocket.
So I guess she said,
You know.
because that's his film. That's
Right,
his film.
because it was his movie.
It was his film, and by them not doing that
The contract.
yeah, that he should be liable.
Yeah, that he should be liable. But he was saying, basically, like, the production company is liable. The filming company is liable, not him out of his own pocket.
Right, because
So,
bless you.
Thank you.
Because you could put your price on what you charging, but at the end of the day, I feel like with that, for one, if you give, if you, long as I get the opportunity, because at the time, like she say, she really was just getting her feet in the door.
She should be thankful.
So I'm thankful for the opportunity.
right.
Just like how with DJ Envy said, when I did my first beat, like to, Murder Inc., it was like, I was thankful for the opportunity. I wasn't asking for that money, but I got played over for money that I was supposed to split with Angie Martinez.
Right.
Like, but look at that exposure that it got me to this day.
For sure.
So it's like, if I'm not the one that actually signed the check, but I took a liking to you to put you in the door for a movie. Like, now people know my name.
Yeah, because being on that could have helped her get to where she
You know
is
what I
now.
mean?
Is she on like Wild 'N Out or something?
Yeah, she everywhere now. Now she doing stand-up comedy.
I know
She's
she
doing
doing
it all
comedy.
now.
I thought
She was on Wild.
She
Yeah, I
was
think
on
she
Yeah,
was.
she's
Wild 'N
on
Out.
Wild 'N Out. Yeah, she's
and then
doing
she
it
was
all
on.
now.
She was on. Was she on that Bow Wow thing? She was on something else, but she was. Oh no, that was that marriage thing. She was on there.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
She was on there too. So I mean, it got her some publicity.
Yeah,
she better be thankful and walk
Yeah,
on.
she got a relevant name right now. So
And she ain't even hilarious.
But I think what it be, I think sometimes, man, people feel like when you get a little bit of fame, I think sometimes people feel like they're more, I don't want to say more famous, but they think they value
right,
is worth more than what they actually worth.
right,
As far as, even today, you like some of these big actors.
I think that's like know your worth. Like if I feel like I'm worth $100,000, and just because you might not think I'm worth $100,000, like I think it's about know your worth and what you feel like you should be paid. And you speak to what you feel like you should be paid. I guess in her sense.
I mean, you could do that.
Yeah, in her sense, she feels like this is what I was worth. This is what I signed, so this is what I should be paid.
But
But
this-
she should go after the production company.
but that's what I was gonna say. But I wonder who told her that she was gonna get paid $15,000 every scene.
Nah, it
You
was.
know what
It
I
was.
mean? Like,
Oh my
So I guess the whole thing was for 30 grand.
she only worth $15,000.
So they paid her 15,000 before filming, and then I guess when filming wrapped up, they were supposed to pay her the other 15. She said she never got the other 15.
did she do the other scene?
So yeah, she finished it.
Oh.
I guess I ain't never seen.
I seen it.
I
Got
said
to hook
it
up
wasn't
too.
no good.
It wasn't worth it. It was
So-
only a $15,000 fee.
Man, what?
So I think it was like all
And I
wrapped
think-
up.
And they probably only made $15,000. That's why they didn't pay her.
And then
Yeah, I
my
don't even
thing,
recall seeing it.
That's because it wasn't no good.
my thing in Master P defense, if he did that with any and everybody that's coming out talking about he owe them money, the man wouldn't be standing on his own too. He'd be out here in the cardboard box.
When his son saying he owe money to.
Yeah, like if any and everybody, look how many people that he made successful and millionaires. You know what I mean? Like, so if any and everybody, just like I heard the one woman came out talking about that she thought it was a Marion with the she was reaching out and she supposed to met him, like saying that she was in love with him and supposed to send money, and they was like, oh, Marion should have sent her money to make her feel. I was like, do you know how many famous people that they get done to? So if they did that to any and everybody, like, Everybody will
got
come out
catfish.
doing that. Right. Everybody will come out doing that. Yeah, they got
But-
done to me too. Like, and these celebrities started compensating them. Like, you can't do that.
This is the crazy thing. I don't understand why people think that you follow somebody on a page or whatever, and they got fame and fortune, and you inbox them, or you think you inboxing them, they hit you back. Now, you done seen Omarion do movies. You done, this dude still doing TV shows. So he getting money. You know, why would you think that this dude would be asking you to send him $100
Right.
and stuff like that? Like these people that do this stuff, it's like
Come
what
on
what
now.
dude say?
They mental health.
Birdman, like, is you done or is you finished? Like, is you dumb or is you stupid?
It don't make sense.
You know, like, I just watched Catfish the other night, and it was an episode, and the girl on there, and she like, they like, well, what's the dude name you talking to? She say, Chris. She say, he's a famous musician, and then the host of the show, he go, don't tell me you finna say what I think you finna say. She said, yes, it's Chris Brown. And he said, so then one of the things he asked her, he said, well, when y'all talk on the phone, how long do y'all talk? She said, all day. His co-host said, so with his business Chris Brown is, you're talking to him all day, and you really think you're talking to Chris Brown?
Wow.
And the girl like, yeah, I think it's